Hey everyone, it's Random Noob. Today I'm starting a video series called Coach Noob where I talk about the game and anything that could help you guys become better players. The first video is going to be a basic one, but as we continue along we'll definitely get into some more advanced stuff. First off, I want to talk about the channel and its future a little bit. The comments have been awesome and I take the things you guys say into account in creating future content and how to improve. I would like to keep the community flowing through the channel, which I believe can make the videos more entertaining and fun for everyone involved, including me. Obviously, I do want to qualify this and say that we all have different opinions on things, so please try and keep any comments constructive. For example, my tier list video got a lot of interaction because we all think different things, but that's what makes Paladins such a great game. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say, so let's hop right in. The first of 5 things that makes a good Paladins player, to me, is aim. We've all seen those nutty Rock Monkey clips where he just frags out and hits every single freaking shot. For me, aim is very important in Paladins, and you definitely need to aim at a basic level to be a top player. Ways to improve aiming would be just playing the game, really. Aiming takes time. It's muscle memory. It's just building up repetition. I know Coach Buddy says that a lot, where you want to be doing the same thing over and over and just nailing down, getting that crosshair over people and being in the right positions where your crosshair is on the person you're trying to hit. My second tip on what makes a good Paladins player is positioning. At a basic level, all it is putting yourself in good areas of the map to help yourself get more value out of your champion. The equation adds up to taking less damage while also receiving more healing. You'll die less and thus creating more impact on the game. This is kind of MOBA-like in that respect, so if you guys have played other games like League of Legends, you can understand this a little bit easier. And Paladin's positioning is very, very important in creating yourself to be a great player. Tips on how to improve positioning would be to watch streamers and YouTubers like Rubu or Vex, for example. Rubu, the tank legend, learning from Wardoom. Vex, I think he just taught himself a lot about supports, and I think just watching pro players and how they maneuver around the map is the best way to improve on this. My third thing would be champion interaction. What I mean by that is how the champions you play interact with the map and the opponents. For example, knowing things like what champs are good in what area is very important to becoming a good player. A basic example of this would be Kinessa is really good on sniper maps like Timbermill and Frog Isle. Obviously this gets more complex when you add other champions like Willow, where you can shoot down on enemies, or Dredge, where his new knockback card can allow you to maneuver around some maps better than others. Champion interaction also entails things like how champions interact together. An example of this would be saving your Drogo's ult for when an enemy co-ults to counter his ult out completely. Learning counterplays is definitely very important in becoming a better Paladins player. How to improve on this would be just playing the game. Getting more experience playing against different things while also thinking about what makes a champion strong in what situation. The game does have quite a bit of counterplay, so diving in and trying to learn it yourself just through playing is definitely the best way to improve. My fourth thing that makes a good Paladins player is game theory. Game theory would be things like drafting, which would be more ranked obviously, knowing what champions are good, what items to buy. Like, if I'm Eevee, as a player, I should know I try to get Cauterize 3 as early as possible. Another champion would be like a healer. Most healers buy Chronos first, or Ying, you want to buy Morale Boost. These are things you need to know to be a good player. Another thing that game theory touches is creating decks. Champions have very unique playstyles, and creating unique decks that fit that is definitely a thing that creates a good Paladins player, because you need to be on your toes and constantly evolving your decks and making sure your decks are as strong as they possibly could be. How to improve this would be research your favorite champ and look into it a little bit in game and read the tooltips again. You could also look up guides of top known players and, like I said, try to play around with it yourself. There's plenty of different playstyles for each champion that makes this game so unique, and you can make it unique to you as a player as well. My last tip on what makes a good Paladins player is have fun. Yeah, I know what you guys are thinking. Lol, cringe, etc., etc. But for real, like, having fun is very important in a game, right? We play Paladins because it's a goofy, fun game with a lot of cool champions in it. Obviously, there's bugs, but if you think there's no bugs in any game, I have a rude awakening for you, because all the biggest names are freaking riddled with bugs. And I'm not saying that we should give Evil Mojo a pass on bugs or anything, because I totally think we should hold them accountable and we should try to make the gameplay experience as smooth as possible. But really, like, we're playing a game, guys. Like, the bugs are kind of funny sometimes, and also the game is fun. Like, just enjoy it. And the reason I say this is because if you're having fun, you're gonna tilt less. The games are gonna be more enjoyable in general. Like, if your team has 4 supports, you're like, whatever, screw it. Or not 4 supports, that never happens. No one picks support, right? If your team has 4 damages and 1 support, you know what? Screw it. You could have fun with that game. There's something you can get out of it, no matter what. Like, I've been teaching my brother Paladins a little bit, and the one thing I say to them is you can get something out of each and every game. And I kind of want to say that to you guys too, is that every game, there's something you can learn from it, and there's something to enjoy from it. And don't focus too much on the little things that get you upset in the game, if there are things. I'm not saying everyone is like this, but if you're enjoying the game and just, you know, taking for what it is, you're going to get way more out of it. And that's what I meant by that. And honestly, how to improve that is really just, you know, take the game for what it is and enjoy it. That's really the only way. And by doing that, you will slowly take more out of each and every game, and you will improve as a player. So closing out the video, I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys learned something today. I'm going on vacation, so there may not be a video for the next few days, but I appreciate you guys all checking out my content as always, and thank you so much again, and I will see you guys in the next vid. Peace.